But it's best if things like that aren't mentioned.
Yes.
We don't want to drag others in.
No. Good evening, folks. It's going to be a higgledy-piggledy to one tonight. I don't know if anyone you know. Yesterday, I had to go and have a steroid injection in my right hand because I've got trigger finger again, and it's been quite painful today. And I've got to sort of rest my hand, so I've been sort of struggling. So Dave might be taking over the operations in places. I'm struggling tonight. I've just got to do everything. As what did your dad say it?
Oh, pokey typing.
Pokey typing, yes.
Yes. One other thing. His lordship is rather quiet.
He is. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Come here, then. Come and get it, then. Can you hear him clip-clopping?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's over there.
He's been deadly. He hasn't uttered a single syllable, which is unusual for him.
He's all right. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just being rocky.
Good evening, Mick. Good evening, Zeb.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so do I, Mick, because this is silly. I'm struggling here. Anyway, welcome to the Madhouse. I will tell you now, Rob Walker will not be joining us tonight for personal things. And if anyone mentions anything about if you know what's gone on, don't mention it because it's not right. Okay. So busy week as usual. 2,391 views in the last 7 days. 10. Good evening, Simon. 10 subscribers, new ones. And what you've been watching? Well, straight in from yesterday, the Prince of Darkness himself, the Lord Ozzy of Osbourne, 59 views. From Tuesday, Deep Purple, non-album songs.
Evening Pulsar.
81 songs, but the biggest watched one this week is my little launch of the Battle Royale last week. Once I've done all this garbage, I will tell you what who's entered so far. You've got plenty of time to enter, as it says in the banner. Most watched short last week is Van Halen's 1984. Where did that one come from?
Good evening, Ralph.
Good evening, Ralph. The 28 days, 9,295 views, 30 new subscribers. Thank you very much. What have you been watching? Well, we've got in fourth place the 1960s number twos with Richard McCook.
That's got to get a sticker every time.
Equal second, the Yes Tier ranking, 149, and also the Battle Royale video. But not off the number one perch that's been there forever since it came up. It's now been removed by 1990s number twos with Richard. And don't forget, Saturday, Richard and I are going to do our greatest number 3 songs in the UK of all time. 20, so it's a big show. Again, top watch short is Infinity, Jean-Michel Jarre again, 209. So the big figures since we started, we're up to now 193,432 views, which is amazing, and a staggering 1,043 subscribers. We're only a small channel, but we are a good channel. No changes in the thing. R.T.O, Derek Riggs, and Status Quo. Top ranked short, still Oxygen. Last week's Battle of the Bands, Nirvana won 37-21 to REM. Today we've got one of Richard's. Goodbye Star Power.
You got to it before I did. Okay.
No, I haven't done it. I haven't done it. I'm just saying goodbye. You're not welcome here if you're going to say things like that. Over to you, Dave.
They're not coming up.
Okay, bear with me a moment, folks. I've got some stuff to do. No, I can't do it either.
I think they've been and gone.
Have they? Right. Anyway,
Yes, yeah, they've been and gone. They're not on the channel.
Okay. We're going to have a few problems like that tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if I can do it from here. I can do it from here. So
no, Simon. I think Simon's done it.
Oh, well done, Simon. I
Thank
forgot
you,
that
Simon.
Simon's got a little banner as well. Thank you very much, mate. We'll get you up here soon. We're not going to talk about what's going on. Thank you, Zeb. Thank you for your support.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so let's go back to the Battle of the Royale. I'll tell you who's entered so far. We've got Mick, who's put in Who's Next by The Who. Turnip's Return, The Clash, and Sandinista. Ralph, you have put in the Boston debut album, a good choice. Charles has put a real curveball in. He's put in This Is the Sea by the Waterboys. One of the people that comes up on the channel time to time is Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard, and he's put Quadrophenia by the Who. So we got 2 Who's in. Rob Walker has put the Stone Roses in. Well, I didn't expect anything different. Pulsar, yes, has put Close to the Edge. That'll be a big contender. Mike's Vinyl Spiral has put PJ Harvey, Is This Desire. David Hunt, 985, Bat Out of Hell. The legendary Jimmy Barnes has put in New Order and the album Technique. And of course, Richard McCook would only put 1 in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Diamond Dogs. So
Yeah,
that's who's entered so far. So get your thinking caps on. Like all these good people, they did put a second choice in because we're only going to have 1 album. We're not going to have double up.
Mm-hmm.
So get them in, and you know what you got to do is put them in the video with the little purpley thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what have I been watching, listening to? I mean, well, we're getting through the Sonic Youth, 8 of the 15 we're doing. Groundhogs, 11 of the 13, nearly done the Groundhogs. Flaming Lips, 7 of 16. Clutch, 4 of 13. Been listening to some of the new ones. The bands that I'm not don't know much about. One was Shadow Gallery, and I think they are fantastic. The Winter Machine, their first album, blew me away. New Order, I've listened to 1, and the Skids 1. Completed. Joy Division, all in one foul swoop. A day of Joy Division. Tokyo Blade's been done, and Amberian
Dawn. Who asked for Tokyo Blade and Joy Division? It was actually Joy Division New Order, but we've split them into 2. But yes, I haven't got a name for those.
No, that's all right. It's a good variety. It's a good variety of selections. There's going to be some tough battles coming up, I'm sure. Anyway, it's now time for...
Well, before we do, Simon, if you go to Iain's channel, the videos, you'll see a video with a purple background thumbnail about the contest. Put your band and the album title in the comments, and we'll pick it out. You'll see Iain will probably answer that such and such, whatever album or band has been entered, and then once I see it, I put it on the list, and you'll see another comment saying that it's listed.
So it is now hatches and matches and dispatches.
And right. Now, this week, we only have 2 deaths, and I'm going to do them in reverse order for a reason. 19th of July, we lost a gentleman by the name of Mark Thomas. He was a British composer, and he was known for his work on films such as Twin Town, The Final Curtain, and Agent Cody Banks 2, Destination London. But the big one, and I do mean the big one, 16th of July, the gorgeous, the lovely Jane Birkin, English-French singer and actress, passed away. Big loss, yes. And we've already got, Iain is already doing a retro ranking for her as a tribute, and that'll be coming up next month. Birthdays today. We've got 22 people having a birthday today. So, well, age 36, we got a young gentleman by the name of Brent Wilson. He's a bassist with a band Panic at the Disco from 2004 to 2006. And also 36 today is a very lovely young lady called Nicola Benedetti. She's a Scottish classical violinist. 43 today is Mike Kennerty, an American guitarist with a band called the All American Rejects. 47 today is Andrew Stockdale, rock musician with Wolf, the Australian band Wolf Mother.
They're coming up soon, tonight.
Yeah. 51 years young today is a lady born Colleen Ann Fitzpatrick. Her stage name is Vitamin C. She's an American singer and actress. 54 today is Toby Vale, an American musician with Bikini Kill, the Go Team, and the Frumpies. 55 today is Cool G Rap, American rapper, better known to his mom as Nathaniel Thomas Wilson. 58 today. 58 today is Stone Gossard, American guitarist with the band Pearl Jam. 59 today is Chris Cornell, another musician. He plays with Soundgarden and Audioslave.
He's dead.
Eh?
It's Chris Cornell. He died.
When?
A little while ago.
Not according to the website. He's still
I think it's someone else. Don't forget, I've had a steroid injection. You know what steroids do to me?
Yeah, you go loopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time you had that amount of steroids and morphine, you were seeing things crawling up your bed and across the ceiling. Let's see, 64 today is James Irvine. He's a British new wave rock singer with a band called Furniture. And 64 also is Radney, not Rodney, Radney Foster, an American country singer and songwriter, played with a band called Foster and Lloyd. yeah, I did.
Oops.
Yeah. 65 today, and he's got to wait a year to get his state pension, but he's got his bus pass today. Is Mick McNeil, keyboardist with Simple Minds. 66 today is a lady, Merlina DeFranco. She's a Canadian pop singer with the DeFranco family. 67 today is Paul Cook, drummer with the Sex Pistols. 68 today, and Iain has been listening to them, Jeremy Jen Finer, or Finner. He's a British Celtic folk punk banjo player. That should tell you that he plays with the Pogues. 69 is J.J. French, and that's J as in J-A-Y. He was born John French Seagal. He's an American rock guitarist with Twisted Sister. 70 years young today is Marcia Hines, an American-born Australian singer with the band Marcia Shines. 76 today, and Iain took his time getting this one. The legend in his own lifetime, Carlos Santana, the one and only. 78 today is Kim Carnes, best known for Betty Davis Eyes, and John Lodge, the British bassist, vocalist and songwriter with the Moody Blues. 81 today is T.G. Shepherd. He was born William Browder, but his stage name T.G. Shepherd. He's an American country singer, best known for a song Devil in the Bottle. And granny of the lot today at 85 is Joanne Campbell, an American pop singer, and she's best known for I'm the Girl from Wolverton Mountain and Mother Please. But I haven't heard that song in an awful long time. And whenever I saw that it was her birthday, I went and I listened to it again. Hasn't changed. Anyway, that's the hatches, matches, and dispatches. So now it's time for Mr. Pokey.
You should see how I'm doing this. This is technical here. Right.
Right. Before we do that, let's have a quick look here. Wyoming Dave, good evening. Matt, good evening. Who else is in? Brian C, good evening. And Jimmy Nickel, welcome to you too. Okay, if you're ready, young sir, off you go.
Okay. I'm glad I've done all this before me thing, because I would have been totally knackered. But here we go. This is what's on next week. On the Monday, we are continuing with the Tony Martin story. And the band that he was in called Empire. And as you can see, he is standing next to the legend that is Neil Murray. So we're going to look at their albums, classic albums. We're going to do the debut album from Franz Ferdinand, which is a pretty damn good album in my books. Tuesday will be Ladies' Day. I can't believe it's Ladies' Day again. And have we got some classics for you? As we know, we lost the wonderful Tina Turner. So we'll be going through her albums. Thank you, Rocky. And the retro ranking is a young lady called Hayley Westerner. Now, she's an opera singer. But if you're a Mike Oldfield fan, you'll know where you heard her voice on Music from the Sphere. So we'll be looking at some of her songs. And I do like her. I think she's great. Okay. A biggie on Marathon Day. There's a request. Someone was asking about it last week. And I said that it's coming up. And it is. We are doing the Beavis Frond, which is basically one man, but he always has people helping out. Interesting band, I must admit. Which you'll find out on next Wednesday. Thursday, we've got the last of the viewers' battles of the debuts, and what a corker to finish the little series. It's two great live albums, Alive by Kiss and Live and Dangerous, Thin Lizzy. Now, I've got to get this right because I got it totally wrong last week. I got me wandering and me trips all mixed up. We're going to be wandering down the sidewalk, which means we're going to look at the United States top 10 singles for the 7th of July, 1994. And if you say, what are we doing 94? Blame the wheel. And then that takes us to next Friday. Live album ranking is one of my favourite Canadian bands at the moment. I'm really into these at the moment. It's the Brilliant Mystery. And we've got a new album coming out by Greta Van Fleet called Starcatcher. And while we're on about it, we should have had Gordon Lightfoot tomorrow, but because they put back the album, I've brought one forward, and it's a band called Voyager. Who are they? They represented Australia in the Eurovision Song Contest, and they've got a new album out that came out last week. So we'll be looking at that. So that's what's coming up next week.
Right. So I'm going to take that off. There we go. It's the me. Right. Zeb, yes, please do let us know your birthday. Doing the top 10 is not that difficult.
No, I can. Well, if it's next week, Zeb, I can do it. Takes me 10 minutes to put that together.
What we have forgotten to do is last week's debut battle.
We did say it.
Yeah.
Nirvana. Yeah, we did it. I said Nirvana won.
Did you?
I did.
All right.
Keep up with the program.
All right. I'm having to do more than usual, but what we didn't mention is that only 8 people got the quiz right last week. So thank you to the other 30 who got it wrong. This week, you're ahead of me this week. I'm over half of you have already got it right.
You're going to beat him this week, I think.
It's a bit obvious, but
yeah, the link's up there now. So if you want to come up and be part of this fantastic live stream, you're more than welcome to. But when you do come up, you need to go and read something in private chat before you come on as a request of somebody. So don't forget to have a look in the private chat when you come up.
Okay, you cleared off the presentation.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we can. I can get rid of that now. Get rid of that rubbish. There we go. Anyway, yes, the Beavis Frond. Yes, Mike. Interesting band. It's one of them where I like some, and on some I go, oh dear, what we got here? But that's all the part about the listening of music, I think. What else has been happening this week? Apart from my finger.
I'm not going to respond to that.
No.
It could go places that we don't want to go.
Exactly. Yes, it was an interesting thing.
Oh yes, I am knackered this week, and I will be for the next few weeks. I've started this physical activity thing post-stroke. You have to go and do this activity thing. Sweet mother! Some of the equipment they get you to use. I was on one of those rowing machines today. Oh God, I think I managed about 200 yards before I collapsed. The bicycle's all right. The treadmill's all right. The cross trainer, oh my God, that was a pain. But yes.
So yes, I didn't know much about them. It's been a tough one listening to all the songs. All I can say is he's a very talented musician. I won't want to spoil the show because I'm sure a lot of you will watch it anyway. Had some interesting comments this week as well, so very positive ones.
There's one you can answer.
Yes, I put it in for him. He was spot on. Yes, Andy Ward was part of the band.
Yeah, good up.
Oh, thanks, Zeb. So many people have got into bands. Well, I'll give you a bit of a heads up for the battle of the debuts before we start the battle royale. Some of you probably have never listened to much of it, but as you all like playing the game, you're going to be listening to some power metal. I know there's a lot of fat people out there that likes a little bit of power metal, so we've got some interesting bands.
You mean next month's debut battles? Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
There's some really good ones in. Unfortunately, they're all my favourite bands. Sorry, folks.
No. I've got one of them. I've got one of them.
Oh dear, that hurt. Oh, thank you, Zeb. I'm glad someone's 75%. Well, we have to all be different, don't we?
Yeah.
I think one or two people were a bit miffed by The Ultimate Sin by Ozzy Osbourne was near the bottom. Now, I'm going to clear this up once and for all. When it come out, when that album come out, I was a young lad, and it was just, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. But as time goes on, you see the production. Now, I know them songs are good because I've heard live versions of them songs, and they are far better live than on that album. It's just that naff 80s. You know how much I hate 80s production. So, yeah, it's a thing.
Well, those were the days of big hair, big shoulder pads, big voices, big noise, and the big noise sucked.
Yeah, so you know they're okay. I mean, I'm an Aussie fan, so I'm going to go. I went and brought them all, but I think if you've watched it, you know where my loyalties lie with Ozzy things. Hello, Zeb's at it again.
Is that?
I've heard of them. It's fun that I haven't heard their stuff, but I've heard of the band. That's a novelty from Zeb. Me actually knowing something that Zeb suggests.
Soft Machine, 30, yes.
30 of you watching. That's good. I hope you're enjoying it. If you want to come up, the link's in there. Come and say hello.
Hello. We've got them in. We've got Soft Machine in twice.
I'm only doing them once.
Oh no! I know what it is. I know. I know what it is. The other one is live out. They've got more live albums than they have studio albums.
Yes, there's quite a few bands like that.
Yeah, and the other one to look for. Yeah.
And Dave was saying to me earlier, I don't think people will be putting things in the laundry list tonight.
Well, so did you.
Yeah, all right, I did. But yeah, they'll get them in.
Have a look at that. Where are we?
Oh, I like a challenge. I like a challenge, Seb. I like a challenge.
Oh, they've got 11. All right.
Nice put. Trying the first rings were kind of good, and after that, yeah. Well, as Zeb has said, I'm going to pay the compliment back. If Zeb says there, yeah, I'd probably be right. It'd be interesting when I get to listen to them. I might sort of do an update with you when I start, Zeb. I won't go in too much, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, there. I just love that expression. There. Anyway, I'm just going to go.
Well, that's a thing. Has anybody said if who owned up to asking for Tokyo Blade?
See, I've got magic lights. Hey, come on. But ELP Typeland. Yeah, okay, I will remember that. Zeb. I shall say Zeb said. You'll get a mention. Anyway, the other one is, who suggested next week's Battle of the Debuts? Because I can't remember writing it down. Spartacus. I am Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of. I don't think you've ranked Triumvirate.
No, I haven't.
And they're not on the list.
I think they will be in about 30 seconds, though.
All right. German progressive rock band. Hello.
I'll be looking forward to how many albums?
Spartacus, I Know Love Died Hard, Pompeii, and a la carte, Russian Roulette, and then they separated solo projects, aborted return and reissue of their crikey.
I shall spare that one in mind, Seb, about Spartacus.
4, 5, 6. Looks
I
like.
know we don't talk about the Beatles much, but they've got this new song out, haven't they? All coming out. I don't know if it's out yet.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 albums.
Yeah.
That came out between 72 and 1980, but they've all been reissued.
Well,
with bonus songs.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, reissues 2002, 2002, 2002, 2002, 2002. All reissued in 2002 except one which was reissued in 2012.
Oh, that'd be some good listening then. Because if I can find what I normally do when you've got remasters and that, I usually listen to both.
That's if you can find them. Sometimes, if you can't find it online, you can only find the. Sorry, I'm typing here at the same time. Sometimes you can only find the newly released stuff. You can't find the original, which I think is unfortunate. There's some stuff that I prefer the original.
There's one or two bands that I've been listening to that I've only been able to listen to the remaster. Well, all those Sabbath fans out there, has anyone else read that Tony Iommi has found the original master tapes of Born Again? And there could be a remaster of that. What are your thoughts on that, folks? Do you think it's an album that needs remastering or kept in the cupboard out the way? There's a lot of people are not keen on that album, but I'm one of the people that think it's a very good album, but the production is absolutely naff. So I'd love to hear your comments on Born Again. It's not got one of the best covers in the world, but it's really good songs.
All right, that's Tuxedo Moon and Triumvirate, both added to the list. Speaking of that, did you see an item I posted on the Facebook page?
What about Led Zeppelin?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I've come up with him. I'm sure there's enough of us in the Obscurians. We all put a tenner in. I don't know how much this.
But this is it. It's a 10% stake in Led Zeppelin's music. And it's the daughter. It's where is it? Yeah, it's Helen Grant, the daughter of the band's former manager, Peter Grant. She inherited her father's stake in Led Zeppelin. It's everything Led Zeppelin.
Well,
it's the company's the music. Peter Grant owned a 20% stake in Zeppelin's music, and the children each inherited 10%. And now the daughter Helen is selling her share. The last time I looked at a valuation, it was over 500 million. That's why I'm saying a 10% stake. Yeah, has anyone got a spare 50 or 60 million? That's going to be a big company is going to want to buy that.
Yeah, and they still won't. They'll still copyright it, so you can't put it up on YouTube. The copyright people will be all over it.
The thing is, yes. Peter Grant, whenever he was managing them.
Good evening, good evening, Stevie. Hope you're all right, mate. Nice to see you.
Evening, Stevie. Yeah, I mean. Here we go. Her father managed Led Zeppelin and owned 20% of the Zeppelin companies. The deal is quite rare in that respect because it includes trademarks. It includes the name. The name Led Zeppelin is owned by a company that Helen co-owns. And the Grant family owns stakes in 2 businesses within Zeppelin's corporate empire.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind 1% stake.
Yeah. Neither would I.
First thing I'd do, I'd make it their music available on YouTube for people to copy and listen to and all that good stuff.
Do you know who owns the other 80%?
Jimmy Page and the band and
Jimmy Page. Ba-bum.
Someone have a word with Jimmy. Let people use your music on YouTube.
Yes, I wouldn't mind a 1% stake. I'd even settle for a half of 1%.
Someone stole in the audience stole Brian Adams' microphone. Oh dear. Oh, you're priceless sometimes, Zeb. You come up with some great stuff. No, I've got nothing. I don't hear these things. All I've done today is watch a bit of bit of golf, bit of cricket, of course, which I'm quite happy about. And I did watch a bit of the Ladies World Cup this morning before I started recording. I sort of think of that. So, does no one want to come up and play tonight? Have I got to sit and talk to me? Me and David just got to hold the fort tonight.
Oh, Rory, what did you do? What did you not do? Rory ended up level par. The lead is 5 under. Disappointment. Oh, well. And, of course, Richard's working tonight, baking cakes. We should get Richard to bake some cakes and accidentally drop a few in a bag and send them off.
Yes. And our first guest up tonight is
Good
Mike.
evening, Mike.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. I was waiting for somebody else to come on. I never like to be first.
No.
You're first.
Have a look at private chat, if you would, Mike.
Where? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I can imagine what it's probably about.
Yeah.
Don't seem to be able to click on it, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if I just say that Rob's not coming up tonight.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I didn't want to ask about whether you had an exciting Tuesday afternoon or not.
No. Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
No, it's gone a bit ballistic and personal, and I don't blame him.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I was there lurking in the background. I thought it was disgusting, quite honestly. But anyway, enough of that.
Yeah, enough of that. But yeah, I've been chatting to Rob today, so he's okay. I think he's just a little bit. He just wants to take a rest from live streams.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Well, I hope it hasn't affected him too badly, because I thought some of the things said were. Well,
if you are watching, Rob, I think there's a lot of love for you here.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all for you.
Good
evening, Nick. Yeah, we can't discuss it on here. I mean, not discuss what happened today either.
Yeah. Well, other than your hand.
Apart from my hand, yeah.
I mean,
show us your finger, Iain.
It's quite sore, and this is doing the simplest things is hard. I mean, when I was doing my video recording this morning, that's why it took so long to get my videos up today, because I couldn't use this finger to type. So it was just clickety plop typing, which is not very good, and it takes so time.
Yeah.
Is that the hand?
I'm like that even without an injury. Iain.
What?
I'm like that even without an injury. Anyway, I mean, will it get better soon?
Yeah, it's just trigger finger. I've had it before. For those of you who don't know what trigger finger is, you get an inflammation in your tubes where your tendons go up. And what happens when you bend your fingers like that, one will sit like that, and you have to physically force it up.
Yes, I saw you demonstrate it.
Yeah, it's not very nice at all. But the thing is, I have this, what's it called? Durbenson's contracture, which is, I've got very thick scar tissue, and that holds it. But apparently, the physio said to me yesterday that since I had it done 20 years ago, it's all good. It's different now. They don't even do. She looked at my scar. I don't know if anyone can see. I've got a huge scar down here.
No, can't really see that. But
no, but
take your word for it.
Apparently now it's done keyhole, which is fantastic. There's 2 little incisions where they put these and get rid of it. But hopefully this steroid injection will reduce the inflammation. I mean, I've tried to. It's bending a lot better without pain, so it's starting to kick in. But for the first 24 hours, 48 hours, you have to rest your hand.
I'm surprised you didn't have a boxing glove on.
No. I was half expecting them. Do you remember that? Dave will know this. That thing I had to put on at night over this
Oh,
one here.
yes.
That mouldy thing. I had to sleep with this. I'll do it on this hand. It was like a splint. I had to put it on at night, and it was just a pain in the bloody arse, to be quite frank. It was horrible.
Yeah. And then he'd get it tangled in the sheets.
Yeah.
And then he'd want to get up in the middle of the night and go for a pee, and that had to come off and then go back on again.
Hey, I think we get into the territory of too much information here, Dave.
Well, the thing is, Iain looked after me, and I had to. Well, I looked after him, and then he repaid. He looked after me because I ended up having to go in. I had a fall and landed on my shoulder, and I ended up with a spur. I ended up having to go in and have rotator cuff surgery. And it was supposed to be, that's day surgery. You'll be in and out. You'll be able to go home at, X hours later. Except, oh, hang on, you live on your own. No, can't go home. Is there anyone you can go and stay with? And Iain put his hand up and said, I'll do it, which was very good. But I still had to stay in overnight. Between the pair of us.
The worst thing about mine, I had to do this physio every day in water. I'll tell you what, Dave was right. I'm a big go on. He was a hard taskmaster, I can tell you that. He comes across as this real nice man, but boy, can he
go on, push it.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like Paul Sars had trigger finger as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work. They said they're going. I might have to have another one. I don't know, but hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, at least this time, and in your current state of play, you're not going to be losing golf clubs up the trees.
No. Oh, Matt wants to know what I'm drinking. It's a brewdog thing called Elvis juice. No, who come up with that one? It's actually a grapefruit infused IPA, and it is really refreshing, especially when it's warm.
All right,
it's really nice.
I might give that one a go.
Anyway,
where is everyone tonight?
Oh, poor old Naomi. She's deadly sick at the moment.
Oh.
Get well soon, Naomi.
Yes.
Listen to some Sky. She'll know what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes. Highly recommended.
Sky get well soon. Nice to see you here. Yes, good health to you, Matt. Good health to you. Yeah, so what have you been buying? I did watch your latest video, Mike.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What did you think?
Yeah. I had a little chuckle.
Oh, that sounds a bit non-committal to me.
Yeah.
No one's.
And here's Simon.
And I've just took him out.
Hi, Simon.
I think I'm gonna let Dave do all the technical stuff because my hand's just. I'm having to do it, push it around. Anyway, how are you, Simon?
Yeah, I'm very good. Iain, how are you? Mike and Dave, how are you doing?
Doing fine. You, Simon? Yeah,
all right.
Still alive.
Yeah. Well, you sitting on the floor today?
Hey?
You sitting on the floor today?
Yeah, I'm actually playing a deck of cards as well as watching. So.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to say thank you very much for the message in WhatsApp, Simon.
All right.
We'll leave it at that, shall we? But thank you.
Yeah, I think I need to read it, to be honest with you.
No, yeah, thank you very much. I've also had a message from Stunty.
Have you?
Oh, yes. A good, nice one as well.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Say no more.
Say no more, yeah. Anyway, have you been buying anything good?
Picked up a few CDs, actually, in the post. Original album series. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Show you.
Yeah, Dave, you'll have to do the honours.
Mhm.
I'm not going to sit here because it's just getting too silly.
Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yeah.
All right.
They're great value, aren't they?
They are, yeah. And I also picked
How many is in there? About 4 or 5?
5 on the Echo.
Yeah.
Bunnymen. So
When you get the 5 at first.
Crocodiles, Heaven Up Here, Porcupine, Ocean Rain, and the self-titled one. So
Oh, really?
Very good selection then.
yeah, pretty good. I mean, I'm not really too familiar with their albums, so this is ideal for me, really. Just to sort of hear their stuff first time. And I picked up this this Mersey Beat one as well, which has got like multiple artists on there, like Billy J. Kramer and
Jerry and
Jerry
the Pacemakers.
Jerry and the
Yes.
Pacemakers, Blue Jeans.
Swinging Blue Jeans, the foremost. Oh yeah, that's a good
Foremost.
selection.
So it's pretty cool, really, to have that. So
Yeah, that is pretty good.
that was
Yeah,
another one as well.
Where did you get those?
eBay.
Right.
Yeah,
Original. I must look for that. I must look for that original series. I've not seen them before.
yeah. They're quite plentiful. They've got a load of like range of different artists. It's worth checking out because you get about 4 or 5 of their actual albums on there anyway. So if you want a quick, short discography of someone's album,
exactly. Yeah, if it acts as an introduction to a band, perfect.
Yeah, and it's good enough generally, So yeah. Anyway, that was all.
Yeah, but that's good little purchases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, where's the rest of the world tonight?
Yeah, I picked up the latest PJ Harvey.
Oh, I'm reviewing that tomorrow.
Oh, right. We'll have to see what you think about it. Then I won't ask you though. It will spoil the video. But I mean, I think it's pretty good. But it usually takes me a while to decide whether an album's just good or whether it's great.
Well, that's PJ Harvey, isn't it? It takes a little while to grow on stuff.
Yeah,
new stuff.
It reminded me a bit of In Places of Let England Shake.
Okay,
I'll say no more.
I can confirm on that bit without going into too much of it. Yeah, but the other one I'm doing tomorrow, which is a standing one because they've put back Gordon Lightfoot's live album till the end of July now. And there's an album I was going to review in a few weeks' time, but it's Voyager, the band that were represented Australia, and their new album, Fearless in Love.
It's going to be interesting to hear what you think of them compared with what you thought of them at Eurovision.
I thought the song was good, but there are better songs on that. Now, they could say that they're a progressive metal band, but as you will discover tomorrow, there's more to them than being a progressive metal band. They're a pretty good band. Put it this way, I'm going to be looking at the rest of their catalogue because when I looked at it, they've released about 6 or 7 albums. And they're big fans of Eurovision, and they kept going on Australia, and they finally done it. I mean, something different, isn't it?
A change. Yeah. Change is as good as well. How many times have I directed you off the beaten path? 1, 2,
loads of times.
3. I can think of 4 since this series started. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest as well, there's a lot of people in the Obscurians that have put me onto stuff that I would have never, ever listened to, which is great. And I think that's what's great about the VC in general.
Yeah,
we hear things that we have never heard, and then we go, wow, these are good.
Yeah, you're always discovering new stuff there, through other people, which is just brilliant.
Yeah,
really,
I don't know what you guys think, but I think when you get people say, "Oh, I don't like listening to new stuff. I'll just stick with the old stuff."
Yeah, well, a lot of it's new old stuff, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I love my old stuff.
New to us.
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on what you hear and where you hear it. I mean, I've heard stuff going along in the car 9 times out of 10. If I'm not listening to a comedy program on the radio, I'm listening to Radio 2, avoiding Jeremy Vine at all costs. And you hear some stuff and you think, okay, yes, all right, I like that one. And then you hear another song by someone else, and I hate to use the term. It's what I call jungle bunny music. It's just that constant driving drum beat that it does my head in, and you can't understand the lyrics. They're either talking too fast or they're slurring their words. I prefer music where you can understand what they're actually saying.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you saying about that, Dave? I was putting something up on Twitter, and someone put a thing up. Name the best death metal album ever, and I put in the comments, none of them. I'm not a great lover of death metal. I mean, I like all genres of metal, but death.
Yeah. Do you ever watch the videos? There's a guy from, well, he's in Norway at the moment, but he used to be in Denmark, called Morten Arstedt.
Yeah.
He's not been on long. And he posted a video the other day that there was an exhibition of Norwegian death metal in the public library or the town hall or somewhere in Oslo. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine that happening in Crawley Town Hall?
Yeah, I think the world would have to change quite a bit for that to happen.
Or up in North London, they'd have a meltdown, wouldn't they?
Oh God, never mind North London, Northampton or Watford.
I don't know. There's a big contingency of that over in Northampton. There's a lot of death metal fans.
Yeah, but they're tame compared with the Nordics. I mean,
Zeb's the expert on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll defer to Zeb.
Refer to Zeb for Scandinavian death metal. He's our expert.
What was that band that represented Russia in Eurovision? Do you remember?
Russia?
Yeah, about 3 years ago.
You're not thinking of Lordy, who did Finland?
Was it? No, it wasn't Laura.
Yeah, because
and this is
the only Russian one I can remember is the old grannies.
So there we go. Yeah, where is Nick? Are you in here, Nick? We're missing your wonderful.
Yeah, where is Nick?
Yeah. Why didn't you come in, Stevie?
Oh,
and
here
speaking
he
of
is.
the devil.
Here he is.
3, 2, 1, and in he comes. Good evening, Nick.
Hey, hello, Nick.
Hello.
Hello.
How
I don't know. I'm knackered, so I don't know how long I'm going to last.
You're knackered. I'm in pain. Well, it's all right.
I'm the geriatric.
It's the help the aged tonight.
It is, isn't it? Crikey.
Yeah.
I could have done with a Zimmer frame whenever I was leaving the gym this afternoon.
Yeah.
That must be the first time I've known Dave to actually go to a gym.
No, I used to go to the gym in Northampton, up by the cinema.
Did you?
Yeah, I was a member there for 6 months until they put the fees up. On your bike. I'm sorry. I'm working 3 weeks out of 4, paying that amount of money for 1 week. No, it's not worth it.
Good evening, Steve. Last time I saw you on screen, you was hot and sweaty, and
Oh yeah.
Hello, everybody. I didn't see on screen there. Hello, everybody.
Yes, that was on.
I've heard about those sorts of films.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I just wanted to
live stream, weren't you?
I just wanted to come on to say I survived and I'm alive.
Good.
I made it back. I had a bit of a case of diarrhea.
Oh, cool.
Then I had a very serious case of diarrhea.
Oh,
So I stopped laughing, please. And then we went on the NHS in the middle of the night, the symptom checker, and it came up with renal failure.
God.
So we had a stark discussion about hospitalisation. But then that gradually got better. I didn't eat anything for 3 days, and we went to a mall, and I was like, just spooning rice into some free sort of soup stock just to sort of eat something. But that gradually got better, so I survived. But actually, we went to Coron and we did some like snorkeling. We did like an island hopping thing, snorkeling. So just as that was getting better, a very serious throat and ear infection kicked in. And that was the ultimate torture, because I didn't mind the toilet, but this was like, it was so irritable to have like air conditioning or a fan on in this intense heat that you couldn't sleep. So I didn't sleep for about 2 nights, and then luckily we managed to get hold of some antibiotics in 20 minutes flat, which was good, which actually worked wonders. So but apart from that, it was a great holiday.
you're a bloody Jonah, you are, aren't you? Crikey.
Oh, dear.
I obviously need
never go on holiday with you.
Yeah, well, thank you for your kind comments.
You enjoyed yourself.
Only place. Yeah, Matt Batson says this is a Monty Python sketch. I think the only place that I had a really dicky tummy was in Cuba.
Well, there you are. You know,
Yeah.
say no to communism.
Yes. I don't count the time in Tenerife because it was self-inflicted.
In there, t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, we got dragged into this, but you know, I mean, I got dragged into this bar, and it was rather cheap shots, and I took advantage of it and wish I hadn't.
Is that what happened to your hand? You've been fighting in the bar?
No, apparently this is playing too much cricket.
Right. Okay. What, in the bar? That's
In the bar, yeah. They told me that I'm doing something wrong. No, apparently the physio. It's a physio that gave the injection. It wasn't a nurse. It was a physio.
Oh, right.
She said, "Did you play sport?" I said, "Yeah, I played cricket and rugby." She says, "What?" I said, "I used to bowl right-handed." Yeah, she says, "Yeah, that's what it is, because it's like a repetitive strain."
right. Yeah. Right.
But when you play cricket, you're bowling what, 10 overs of a week on a Saturday, bowling in the depths, and after all these years, it comes back and bites you on the bottom.
Can you bowl with your other hand? You know, surprisingly.
No, I was not. I couldn't do that. It's all in the fingers, as I say.
Right.
Too much ranking, Ian. Too much ranking.
Too much ranking. Yeah, that's it. Too much ranking.
In that case,
stop this ranking lark, haven't I?
Code word cricket.
in that case, God help us whenever the rugby injuries kick in.
Yeah.
I didn't have rugby injuries. That's one thing I never had.
No, you should have. You should have had.
I played for the school team a couple of times.
Oh, he played for the local. Now, what would it? They'd be B division now, I think.
Yeah.
Northampton Casuals in the thirds and the
I was
fourths.
in the thirds and fourths.
Northampton Casuals, is that like a soccer hooligan group? Sounds like.
They were hooligans.
Rugby club.
All right. Okay.
Rugby hooligans. Hooligans in the bar.
We were hooligans once.
Oh God, yes, we were.
We had a big punch up with the Northampton Casuals back in probably 85, 86.
Oh,
But not your rugby lot. Your, like Stevie's just mentioned, your football yobs.
If you're just joining us, this is a vinyl community channel.
and we're talking about punch-ups. Now, I got into trouble while I was a committee member.
It's on the council.
The rugby, my rugby club's committee. I was match day secretary. So, I got a red card as well.
Yes, you did.
Because we had a little Maltese referee that was blind as a bat.
Racism creeping in.
Yeah.
Put it like this: he was 4'3".
Oh, blimey!
He was as tall as Sandy Toksvig.
And the guy his foot was blatantly out, and he let him score a try. It was obviously the opposing team. And as he walked back, I took these off, mentioned a few colourful metaphors, and he gave me a red card. The thing is, he couldn't send me away from the pitch because I was the official first aider. So I said, "Yeah, you can send me away, but you're going to have to abandon the match now."
You should have punched. You should have punched him and said, "Well, look, let me fix this up for you."
Yeah.
So I had to go up against the committee, and the person that was actually sitting on the panel was someone that had been sent off more times than I've had off dinners.
Oh, it was an old boys' club then, was it?
No, this guy was a great bloke. He served his ban, come on as a sub in his first game back and got sent off.
But if
you're not
anybody
going to do it again, are you, Ian? I went, no. This is okay.
If anybody from Malta does tune into this later, we sincerely apologise.
Yes.
No, apart from that, he was quite a nice guy. He was quite a good guy.
Absolutely.
And
we're trying to repair international relations with Malta at the minute.
I've got nothing wrong with Malta. I love Malta.
Yeah.
I had a great holiday in Malta.
Especially the hands.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and the beer.
Please
Well,
I
I remember flying from Akrotiri in Cyprus into Malta. A week's holiday. This was whenever I was with the Air Training Corps cadets. We had a week in Malta, and then we all arrived back. And we had half a day, and every single one of us, and I'm talking a squadron of 32 boys, every one of us onto the bus, down to the local ham factory, and we all had 5ers, 10ers, whatever. We were buying Maltese hams like they were going out of fashion. We ended up, we went back, the total weight of hams was more than the whole squadron put together. We brought back about 200 kilos of ham.
Oh, brilliant. Anyway, I thought this was... shall we go back to what we're actually here for, talking about music?
Yeah.
That's boring.
Anyway...
Yeah. I want to know about the ham.
Yeah, something
exactly how many
Let's talk about ham.
Yeah. One there for the vegans.
Ham it up.
Anyway, Stevie, going back to music, why did you say how do I dare put in Quadrophenia? That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Because I might have mentioned it a few times in the past.
Yeah, I know how much you love that album.
I thought somebody would already. I thought there'd be a huge avalanche of people mentioning, every Who album, and there'd be 200 nominations by then. So that's why I put that.
Yeah, Who's Best in there, so that'll be.
Yeah, well, that'll come in second.
Yeah.
But Nick was happy with that, so I said to Nick he could have the T-shirt or the mug, and I'll have the other one. Is that all right?
Yes. Well, if you won't, we'll sort that out. Anyway, you're going to put one in. Are you putting that one in, are you?
Oh, not again.
I might well do.
Yeah.
This is the vinyl scavenger again.
You bloody well watch me.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if he does put that in.
Yeah.
Well,
if that wins, it's the end of your live stream. You realise that?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Nick, do your steptoe and son that you did last night.
So hang on a minute. Let me prepare.
If you haven't watched this, guys,
Harold?
on the video, it's a must.
This is the UK top picks right now. Hot take.
I can never hold these
well,
things
there
up
we
here.
There we go. Harold.
Harold! Hang on. You dirty old man, you. Oh, Harold. Don't leave me,
Just lost
Harold.
all of your
Don't
mistakes.
leave me.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
I'm thinking about going on Britain's Got Talent with that. What do you reckon?
Well,
It'll
Yeah.
slay Simon.
I
Oh,
don't
come
know.
on,
I
someone
don't
went on
know.
there and won it who just took off high vis,
Yeah.
didn't he? Runs around like a wally. So I think you stand a better chance.
Don't leave me,
I think we should all. I think we should all go around the panel.
Yeah.
Go around the panel. The best British comedy sitcom. I'm going to start off. Rising Damp.
Ooh.
Go on.
Ah,
Yeah,
I'm going
okay.
to think because I'm going to think I want to pick out something. Go on ahead, Ian.
Sorry, that's killed the
I'll
conversation.
go.
No.
Dad's Army.
Yeah, good choice.
I was thinking that. So it's got to be Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin.
oh, yes.
Excellent choice.
For me, I think Blackadder.
Another
yeah.
excellent choice.
Love
Come on,
thy
Dave.
neighbour.
Love thy neighbour controversial.
Oh.
I think that was one of the funniest
Hang on,
ones.
is he going to show his?
Nick's going to trump us with something else now.
Reginald, by the looks of it.
No,
Rising Damp.
I've got Reginald Perrin as well.
Yeah.
Me too.
He was great, wasn't he, Leonard Rossiter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. I picked that one up the other weekend.
Oh, I love Cowan
Oh,
Coronet.
yes.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. Passport
The
to
Lavender Hill
Pimlico, the Lavender Hill Mob.
Oh, the man in the white suit. That's an absolute classic.
Yeah, and the Lady Killers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
Lady Killers is my favourite. One of my favourite films of all time.
The viewers are getting UK value for money tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, they certainly are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think
Is
that's
that an Alec Guinness collection of Ealing?
Oh, it's just the best of Ealing Studios collection.
Because at least four of those have...
classic films for £1. You can't moan at that, can you?
God, no. That's an excellent selection there.
Yeah.
I think Alec Guinness is in 4 of those. I don't think he's in Passport to Pimlico, or is he?
No, he isn't. Does he in the?
Shouldn't have started this now.
Does he play? He was in the Cornets where he plays all the family, doesn't he?
Yeah,
absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant.
7 characters. And then he was the scientist in The Man in the White Suit.
Is that the one where the house is on fire? Was that with Terry Thomas and he keeps trying to jump back in the house to get the crown jewels or something?
I think that's.
Armand
I think
keeps
that's Terry
rescuing him and he keeps diving through the window.
Is that not one of the St. Trinians?
No, he's in one of the St. Trinians films.
Yeah.
The Man in the White Suit, Alec Guinness, Joan Greenwood, Cecil Parker,
Yeah.
the Lady Killers, Alec Guinness, Cecil Parker, Herbert Lom, Peter Sellers, Danny Green.
Yeah.
I probably don't recognise a lot of the names, but I'd recognise the faces.
Oh yeah, yeah. Herbert Lom, short little guy, used to be the nasty sidekick in a few films.
Well, he's more famous for being in the Pink Panther.
That's right. Yeah,
that's a great album.
Yeah.
Okay, this was Make Me Big. This is the CD little rummage at the local tip, right? 50p.
All right. Different class. Pulp. Right.
50p. Scott Walker, Songs of Jacques Brel.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So something a bit different. And 50p, double LP.
You're not going to go far wrong with that, are you?
And do you know that Pink Floyd were the original kind of experimenters with quadraphonic sound?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's another one. So there's just 50p from the tip, right? You make me smile.
I saw them a couple of times on that tour, Pink Floyd.
Oh, wow.
First time was at Wembley Stadium. And then I saw them again.
Good evening, Dusty Spins, and welcome.
Yeah, and the second time was at the London Docklands Arena, which was a bizarre place to go to. It's in the middle of a housing estate.
It is.
Yeah, it was a weird place. You know, it was back in the day, one of our local record shops used to do trips to gigs. And you know, the bus turned up and then was going around London. And we went down this little narrow street. Where the dickens are we going? We turned the corner. There's this huge Docklands Arena. It was a weird one. The concert started at 4:00 because it was in a residential area. They had to finish by 9:00 at night on a Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Total weird.
You think the locals would be more grateful, wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's a few places like that. The concerts in Hyde Park have to finish by 10:30 at night.
If they wanted to play near me, I tell you what, they could play till 2 a.m. and blow the roof off if they wanted.
Oh yeah.
It's a rental accommodation, I should say, but you know.
Didn't they turn them all off at Glastonbury?
I don't know. You see someone else was at that concert. There you go. Look, Ralph. He'll tell you it was a weird place. Thank you, Lover Edge Moon Dream. This isn't the most boring stream in the world. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's the second most boring, isn't it?
Second most boring, yeah. Yes, it's definitely not the most boring. It's the most diverse.
Trying hard, do our best.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 minute we're talking about Stevie having rather weird problems with his body, and now we're talking about Pink Floyd at the Docklands. We've had impersonations.
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything goes on here within reason, of course, but no drama.
Yeah. I've got another one, like a quiz question.
Someone's got to do a quiz. We're missing.
Well,
I've
got one sole question, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is a kind of personal service. When I walk into the charity shop now, they well know me, and there's customer service involved, right? So,
£2 to pay.
All right. Guess what's in the bag? What did they put aside for me?
Another copy of Quadrophenia?
Oh, close.
It's got to be a Who album. It's got to be a Who album.
Who's next?
Well, I think we're going to get this one.
Because I'm sure you've mentioned you like Who to them.
Well, okay. Here we are.
Who did he say? Right? Oh, Tommy, right.
£2. He said it was all scuffed up and he didn't know whether to put it out. So I said, "What is it?" He said, "Oh, it's a Tommy." And I said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" He said, "Oh, a couple of quid." So I said, "Well, just put it aside for it." I took it out. It's as clean as a whistle.
Oh, brilliant!
Clean. So two quid for that. You can't get me wrong. Yeah, but I did.
Why did you reckon it was scuffed?
I think it's because there's just like a bit of tape on the LP, on the cover. Sorry, you can see there's a bit of old tape there. But I've looked them over. I can't see one scuff or scratch, and they're pretty clean.
Oh, brilliant!
Well, that's a good buy then.
Yeah, I think Dale, Gatefold 33. A while ago, he described that album as being songs about paedophilia and child abuse.
My God.
Yeah. There is none of that on there.
That's almost up there with Richard McCook's ranking of the Who albums and his description of Quadrophenia, which I'm afraid is going to take me some time to get over. Do you want to see what else I then went across the road and celebrated by massively overspending for me?
Oh dear!
All right.
Okay, so
Spent £2.50.
Guess the price.
£2.
Tears for Fears, £4.
12-inch. Any other takers?
Oh,
20 pence.
It's the 12-inch and it's spotless. I should say,
Pound.
Given that they're all on Discogs these days, All right, I'll put you out of your misery.
Go on then.
£6. Wow.
$6.99. A bit on the pricey side, I would say. Okay, guess this one. This is way interstellar territory, right? So this is Cocteau Twins.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And it's just a 7-inch. It's in immaculate condition. Have a guess.
£3. Which is immaculate.
I'd pay a £5 for it.
You pay $5. That's ballpark anymore?
£6.50.
It is, in fact, what is it? $5.99. $5.99. So Nick gets that one. But I actually went back because they normally price things 2/3 of Discogs. I think, are you sure? Looked it up on Discogs. It's about a £5. So saw me coming on that one, but I got the personal service anyway, so I was quite happy with it.
I'll tell you what, Steve. All I found in my shop. So I was in town last week, and the highlight of the pick was a Mantravani album, Slim Whitman, or Don Williams. Or classical. There was no rock albums. So I said to the girl in there, don't people bring your rock albums in or pop albums? Most of these come from dead people.
It's a sad fact, yeah. I mean, this particular couple of these shops, one of them, he always prices things very reasonably, and they occasionally get good stuff in, but only very occasionally. But the Oxfam shop, it's like there's a lot of posh people rurally living in the catchment area. I mean, like the other day I went in, they had every Police LP sort of reasonably averagely priced. I suddenly thought, I'm missing one of them. Which one is it? I couldn't think which one it was, so I didn't buy one. But I was going to zoom back and get it. But, that kind of thing. Somebody gives a collection, what they like. This person likes the Police and there's bits of this, bits of that, and you see their collection dotted about,
There's a few of those like that down where I am, actually, like a rich, posh area. You get quite some stuff in there,
Yeah, I know the day. In fact, I know the hour and the day when the guy puts it out. So that's the kind of 1 minute later, I just stroll through the door. Hello.
Yeah. A lot of them have record experts, don't they, in the shops, and they price them up for them, don't they?
Yeah. There was one guy, because it's like Oxfam. There's one guy. He's very good. He prices sort of quite reasonably, and he cleans them as well. And there's another guy. Not being disparaging, but he is kind of special needs, and they're actually a lot dirtier after he handles them, and he prices things like crazy prices. So I have to kind of just politely query, could we have a look on Discog? Could we wipe off the remnants of the chap sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the trouble with the Oxfam that I go into is that when they price these records, they don't seem to take any account of condition.
Yeah.
You can get all sorts of beat up rubbish. That if it was mint, it might be a reasonable price, but they're just having a laugh. So
yeah. They don't know what they're doing. Some of these places, do they?
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they don't have a clue, but that's when people like us going, "Oh, we'll have that bugger."
They hear vinyl's on the increase, and they hike the prices up without really much investigation into the actual record. Isn't it?
No. But I have found a good contact with them now. I've told them what I do and all that sort of thing. So she's now got my email. So if she gets anything in that she knows I want, she's going to email me and put it aside. So
what shop's that then, Ian?
that is
What's the email address?
I think it's the Oxfam. It's the Oxfam shop on Market Square.
Don't you? There's a couple of retro type places in Northampton, isn't there? That have record booths. Have you not tried them?
Yeah, there's one down Gold Street. That's pretty good. And there's a couple in Jones's Street as well.
Ian.
Yeah.
I think
you need to be a little bit careful there, Ian, because people phone up the shop and like, "Oh, hi, this is Ian. Yeah, I've dealt with you before. You got my email number. Yeah. If you get anything like Agadoo and anything, could you put it aside and give me a ring?"
I got to take a break. I'm back in a minute.
There's one down past the casino as well.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some stuff out of them in the past.
I find
sorry, go on, carry on.
Sorry, Nick.
Go on, you carry on.
I find British Heart Foundation probably one of the worst offenders when it comes to like CDs, because a lot of them are like for £1, and then when you find a good one, they whack like a £15 price tag on it or something, and these are just CDs, you know, and it puts you off. As soon as you see something ridiculously expensive in the CD rack, you just you know, ones I want I can't afford necessarily because they hike the price up so much. Where everywhere else, selling for like £1 or £2.
Simon, I'm totally with you there. Sue Ryder, bastards.
Yeah.
That's official, is it, Steve?
Rather harsh.
I appreciate the I appreciate the charity work, good charity work they do, but whoever prices their CDs is a bastard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Simon, I thought you picked up some good bargains, the stuff you showed the other day.
What, the vinyl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, a lot of that was from my local record shop. So
Yeah.
I can pick up some good finds in there. I only go in there like, I don't know, maybe fortnightly now.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, sometimes I don't always find something, but then sometimes I do. So when I go around charity shops, I find the odd bits and pieces here and there, but that's not been too many recently.
Right.
You know.
Are you going to show us something, Simon?
Yeah.
Sorry, Simon, are you going to show us something?
Yeah. One sec.
Hang on, get off your arm.
I'm going to make him big now because it takes me forever to move the mouse.
I've got something very special to show you before we finish, but I don't want to hog the camera, you know.
That's all right. Right, I'm going to make him big now. If I can hit the right button. Is that the wrong button? Yeah, there we go. No. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm starting to get myself known around Northampton charity shops.
Not for all the wrong reasons, I hope.
No, not for all the good reasons.
These are actually eBay purchases on Music Magpie. I picked up Clear Lake Amber. Now, these are a Brighton band, I believe, which is just down the road from me. And this is a pretty good album of theirs, actually. Bit of glare on the screen.
Looks good, yeah.
Yeah, just a Talking Loud, 1990 to 94, was a UK American label, I think, and done a lot of soul artists such as Omar and others of the early 90s. So I thought I'd give that a try just to sort of listen to it, see what it's like. Picked up this Men at Work, Business as Usual. It's like £2-3 on Music Magpie.
Because I brought that on cassette when it came out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Best of Echo Belly. Have you heard of this band?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what they sing.
I don't know I don't know how successful their hits were, but they're all
Britpop.
Britpop. Yeah, all on there.
Stick a girl in the front, you can't fail, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Primitives. Best of the primitives.
God.
Full Crash being there, probably well
Crash,
known hit, as well as the others. And yeah, that's it really. That's it. So few good ones. So
Yeah, one of these days I might go to the charity shop and actually be able to show you something half decent.
Do you not drive, Ian?
No.
No. I'd say there's a couple of good record places at Weedon, which ain't too far from Northampton, is there? Is it?
No. No, yeah. That's something you could you know, we could arrange to have a meet and go and have a look.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
that would make a great video. Like
yes.
You know, Nick and Ian visit one of the crappiest charity shops with no records in it.
Yeah.
Like the rule is you have to buy something. You have to buy something, you know.
Yeah, and we'll go in a Sue Ryder and says, Steve says, you bastards.
Have a fight in the pub afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't beat a good tear up.
Yeah.
don't promote violence.
No.
I'll tell you,
those days are behind us.
Yeah, there's a really good record fair they have in the Lamplighter pub in Northampton, Nick. That's pretty good. You can look at records and drink beer.
Wow.
Which is great.
One slight problem with that.
What? You can't drink.
I don't drink.
That's all right. The rest of us will go with you. We'll drink. You drive.
Yeah.
Supply you with Coca-Cola all day.
Oh, blimey. I've heard of the Lamplighter, but can't think where it is.
It's not
near
far
the Charles
from where
Bradlaugh.
the old Chronicle and Echo was, and not far from where Dave used to live.
Just round the corner.
Yes.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was almost my local.
Yeah.
There used to be a good record shop in Abington Street, didn't there? Years ago. Spinner disc. That's it. He had a downstairs and an upstairs. I think the upstairs was the more indie stuff, weren't it, or whatever?
Yeah. But when he started, the shop was the size of a shoebox. Literally, it was a small thing, and then he expanded. But yeah, he got a lot of stuff from me. It was his son took over when sadly the dad died, and he kept it up, and then that went hits up as well. So the other good shop, I don't know if you know, John Lever down Gold Street.
I think I remember one from back in the 80s.
Good record.
Is that the one down near Hamid?
Yeah, that was John Lever.
As you walk down the hill, it was on the right hand side, if I remember right.
Yes.
It's probably the same place then. Isn't there one on Wellingborough Road as well? I'm sure I've driven past and caught sight of one when I've been over Northampton in a lorry.
How far up? This must be boring for people. How far up Wellingborough Road?
Oh, like near where all the shops are, like Gilders and all that, I think.
I can't remember, but I'll go and investigate that when I'm in town again.
I'm sure it's on the right hand side as you're heading up Wellingborough Road, as if you're heading towards the town centre.
Yeah,
but not as far as the town centre.
That's quite a haul there from Ricefields Records, Stevie.
Right.
Are you allowed to call it a haul?
I don't know. I've got some more.
Oh, he's got some more.
I'm a bit jealous about this. Is it PC31, the vinyl policeman? He seems to be sending out a lot of stuff that I really need to other people. Nick, you had the Susie and the Banshees LP I haven't got, and then is it Berwick?
I haven't played it yet. I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Anything wrong with it at all, send it to me, all right?
Oh, all right, yeah. I've never heard a Susie and the Banshees album in my life. Studio.
I find that hard to believe.
No, I haven't. Yeah. Honestly, I've got a few singles.
Yeah. You'll love it. You'll love it. It's anyway. What was I going to do? No, and Berwickshire Mike, he got a load of like jam singles that I desperately would love, but there we are. So I've got another one anyway. And if you sent
Beat Surrender.
Beat Surrender. Pound. It's always a pound these days, you know. It's pound. What happened to 50p? Any Beatles fans in the? I have to say, Children's Hospice, nicest people in the entire world. Any Beatles fans here?
I might be a couple.
Take it or leave it.
Official.
Mike loves them.
We love the Ruttles. Official Apple product. 2005. Can you guess what it is? Apple product.
An Apple product.
iPod.
Oh wow!
Jigsaw
I had that. I brought that from a charity shop.
All right. How much did you pay for it?
Oh, I don't remember, but it had a piece missing. I wasn't too happy. It took me ages.
It wasn't Aleister Crowley or anything spooky like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, how much do you think this was then?
$5, $6,
£3.
£3. Oh, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all, is it? Not too bad.
Yeah. I'd have took it back and complained.
I've got the receipt just in case, but I've got to do it first. Just to.
It's not my one, was it?
Huh? Can you remember which piece was missing? I've also got something for Nick. Hang on, Nick. This is probably the most. Well, actually, no. The Cocteau Twins is one, but this I've got two of these already, right? But I just couldn't resist it. Why? Because it's got the original cover, Brunswick. That's my generation.
That's my generation.
Yeah.
By the lettering, without thinking, I thought that says the Who, and that's my That's pretty rare, isn't it?
It's pretty pricey. I've got a couple of them when they were still quite cheapish on eBay, about 10 years ago. But I just saw the Brunswick cover, and it brought back memories because I had my generation, the LP on Brunswick, and somebody at school stole it from me. So yeah, still runs pretty deep, I can tell you. But I saw the Brunswick, and I just thought, oh fuck it, I'll give you a $5 for it. I'll pay you full price.
Hey, you get the PVC wallet as well.
Oh, he's got that as well. There you go.
Yay.
Steve, will you be framing that Beatles puzzle if it's all there?
Why? That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, why not?
That's what I was considering.
Yeah.
No.
Is that like hinting that you want that for VCLT and you want it?
No. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, well, sorry to interrupt you, folks.
Good suggestion.
That's not a bad idea.
That says 1965 on it, but I don't know if it's some sort of reissue or what.
Well, you've got a different sleeve on it. Mine's 1965. Says made in England. It's got Gemma on it, so I don't know if it's pressed in Germany.
Yeah, there's a box the other side that's got NCB BIEM underneath it, and Gemma, Fabulous Essex.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to put a comment on. Go on Discogs, and we'll have a My Generation competition. Just put for the because we've got a lot of curious viewers out there. They'll be wondering what the hell I'll
show you mine if you show me yours.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
We've enough something to get the barrel, haven't we now? Half hour left, and we're starting to straight the barrel. Are we that desperate for the shop?
Yeah, right. I've got a couple of albums that I picked up from Record Fair the other week. So
Yeah.
do you want to
Go for it.
Okay, go for it.
Make him big.
Well, here we go.
I said make him big, not flash him.
That's the first one. Yeah, I've been trying to get a lot of sort of punk and new wave back into my collection, and
interesting.
I saw this penetration within targets, and I've got Pauline Murray has just written a book, and it comes out in September, October time. So I'm going to have that on pre-order, so that should be quite interesting. So I got that, and I've been buying quite a lot of Damned as well. And I got that one. There you go, Music for Pleasure.
I was going to buy that, but I got Strawberries instead.
Yeah, well, I think Strawberries is a better album actually, but this one's pretty good. You know, this is quite sort of early Damned. It's a bit more punky, you know, than Strawberries. But yeah, it's a great album. And then something completely different, Mink DeVille, and I'm sure you all know just one song by them. I think unless you're over in North America. But
I must be in North America then.
You know a lot, do you?
No, I ain't got a clue, mate. I've heard the name, but I couldn't tell you what they sing or he sings.
Spanish Stroll. It was a.
I've heard that. Yeah.
79, and it's the only thing I know about them. And quite honestly, it's the only decent track on this album. So there you go. What's it called? Cabretta. And then I picked up this one. Now, I better cover up the name. Band called Apt. Now, do you recognise this lady? From the 80s?
No.
No? Propaganda? She was a singer in Propaganda, you know.
Oh.
Secret Wish.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that went down well, didn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't get many
you don't know this.
Like, yeah.
Oh, no Propaganda, yeah. No. Oh, I recognise her now.
Yeah, well, that's it. Claudia Brooken, yeah. She was the lead singer.
Yeah, her hair's a bit longer there, isn't it? You see, Martin knows. So there you are, Martin knows.
yeah, well done.
Anyway, I can show you.
That's what I've been buying recently.
You should know better than to check people's knowledge on this stream, you know.
Right, I can show you something. It's
I
a
don't know.
12-inch damn single I've got. The 12-inch of Eloise. On the B side, we've got Beat Girl and Temptation, but this is what I like about it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
That is a blue vinyl of Eloise.
Yeah.
And I love the 12-inch of this. I prefer it to the single because you get that longer intro.
Yeah. I'm going to show my ignorance now. So, who was it that did Eloise in the 60s?
Was it Barry Ryan?
Could be. I really don't know, Nick. But I remember the song. He was a bit of a crooner, wasn't he? Whoever it was.
Yeah, I think it was a bit long-winded as well.
Hang on, Dave, have a look. Who did the original Eloise?
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan. Hey,
Yeah.
Well, it was written by Paul and sung by his brother Barry.
Well, there you are then.
Yeah, Nick was right.
So you're a man of knowledge there, Nick. You're a man of knowledge.
Well, this live stream isn't boring, but it's very educational.
Good evening, Mike.
Yeah. It always is, isn't it?
He's taking a holiday.
It's always educational.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially when you're on. Have you bought any magnets recently?
Bless you. Thank you very much. You can be my friend. Speaking of punk, I've got that one you showed. I've got that Penetration album.
Yeah.
This is part of a big haul I got the other week.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
I've not played it yet. Really looking forward to it. Always wanted some stuff by Vice Squad.
I think they're great. Yeah. Yeah. From Bristol, aren't they?
I don't know, to be honest, Mike. I ain't got a clue.
How many albums did they make? They didn't make many, did they?
No, I bought one a couple of months ago. I'll see if I can.
This is from 1982.
What was their most famous song? I remember something.
So, I couldn't honestly tell you.
14 albums.
14? Blimey.
Wow.
Good God.
I didn't think there were that many. I thought they only made about half a dozen.
But they're still going, aren't they? In one form or another.
Yeah, I don't know how many of the originals are in the band.
Yeah, the last last album was Battle of Britain, released October 2020.
Wow.
Wow.
What was the first 2 or 3 singles in the 80s while you're looking?
Let's have a look here. Last Rockers got to number 7 on the indie chart. Resurrection got to number 4.
No, Resurrection. No, that's the one
Resurrection rings a bell. Yeah.
Out of Reach got to 68. Stand Strong, State of the Nation. Black Sheep got to indie number 13. Teenage Rampage. Lavender Hill Mob.
Is that the cover of Sweet, Teenage Rampage?
Heck, I don't know. It doesn't say.
Yes, Martin's come up with that questions. In the absence of Rob, so what VC videos has everyone been watching this week? Panel.
I've been watching the Vinyl Policeman give away stuff that I really want. I'll have to get to know him better, but do you think it's because I was like driving around without an exhaust for a while?
Yeah.
He's taking a dim view of it. I did go to the garage as soon as I could. You know.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I know. I'm always paying him compliments. It doesn't seem to do any good though.
If you are watching, I'll put it in the comments what Susie and the Banshees I could really do. Any more jam singles?
I was watching. Is it Michael? Is it your friend Rice?
I've never seen him before in my life.
Is it? Oh. He did the James Griffiths one, the happy smiley faces one.
All right, yeah.
I thought it was one of the best videos, along with your Ben-Hur epic. One of the best videos I've ever seen. To be honest, really enjoyed it.
Ben-Hur, which one was that? His 10 Commandments one, you think?
No, yours. The search for the Holy Grail.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Shouldn't that be connected to the car and all that?
I paid a high price for that video. I hope you appreciate it.
Yeah.
What, you mean he was looking for the Holy Grail?
I just loved how casually you said it as well. It was just
if I held a gun to my partner's head and said, "Take an interest in the car or DIY," I'd have to pull the trigger. You know. But that's women for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of misogyny, sorry. Which I hate. Yeah. I think we've come to that time. Do you want to see the ultimate VCLT?
Okie dokie, go for it.
Is there an echo on the line?
No, there isn't an echo.
Right. Okay. But I want to assure you this is the first VCLT I've had, and it's probably, I don't want to big it up too much, but it is probably you've never seen VCLT. Nobody has ever received VCLT like this before. Okay. So just a bit of background story. This is Uncle Boy, who was like an in-law, my partner, and we did a sort of a circuit of cousins and in-laws. So he was a very interesting character. He used to be in a band and he used to sing on one of the Air Force bases in the Philippines. So Uncle Boy, B-O-I-Y, Mad Uncle Boy, I told you, he sort of burst into song with Led Zeppelin and Yes, would you believe? So the first one, you're probably thinking it's not very common, but this is Filipino pressing of ELO Out of the Blue. I can hear some astonishment there, actually.
One of my favourite albums.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what a Filipino pressing looks like, pressed in the Philippines.
Nothing like mine.
Yeah. So I was gonna say it's VG plus, but I think we've lost the plus. I think we've lost the V and probably the G as well.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we're in what is it, Suffolk audiophile Discogs rant territory here. If you've seen that video, but yeah, it's scratched. I'm surprised it didn't melt completely, you know. But it's. Has anybody shown a Filipino pressing of anything before?
No, I think that was the first ever.
I don't think they have. So this year I'm giving with the goods. Then I'm going to send this to somebody. I've got somebody in mind. So he gave me this, which was from the makers on Uncut. It's how this ended up in the Philippines. I don't know. This is like a music guide to everything done by Yes.
Wow.
And it seems to have been sent across to the Philippines, and now it's coming back either from America to the Philippines to here. So I don't know if you can work out who I'm going to send that to via VCLT.
God, that is an early picture of the band, isn't it?
It is. That's right.
That's Wakeman, isn't it? That's Wakeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be from like the Yes album sort of period, isn't it? Because
guess how much this was? US dollars. Have a guess, but quickly, everybody, come on.
175.
$15.99.
wow.
Wow.
To import that all the way to the Philippines. That's how much of a fan he was. So this he's very committed. Right. Nobody's had one of these. So this is Jailhouse Rock Japanese pressing.
Mike might have one of those.
Oh, right. Okay. So, but as a bundle, nobody's ever seen this before. The last thing. Okay, now he was quite a character, and he did burst into song, and he showed me a huge collection of World War II books, and then he turned to me and he said, in all seriousness, when the Chinese invade, he'll be up against the wall and shot because he's got all these World War II books. And then he said to me, Stevie, I want you to remember your trip to the Philippines. I'm going to give you something you'll never forget. So never before, ever, VCLT as a bundle, has anybody got or received or given one of these, right? So this is, and he led me into another room here. So it's his private collection. He said, this is my private collection. I'm going to give you one of these. Here it is.
Ooh.
Wow.
So that's a model tank. It's a British Challenger tank. If if
Yes.
anyone's interested. It's got working tracks. And,
Looks like Challenger 2.
Challenger 1 and Challenger 2.
I can't believe you're interested in the model. Never before has anybody received such a gift in VCLT. So
that is a tremendous gift.
that is, I will treasure this.
You're a very lucky man
forever. Something's just fallen off now. Anyway, okay, you can make me smaller.
That's the fuel tank, probably.
Okay, can I just say something? I'm sorry that there's no room for anyone. I've got to keep Dave up here tonight because I'm one-handed and I can't do anything. So I need Dave up here to do all the technical stuff. So hopefully next week we'll be back to normal. But Dave has had to stay up tonight. So sorry to Michael and Martin. I can't have you up tonight. It's because I had an injection in this handy and it is supposed to be doing resty, but it's very hard to. But so I do thank Dave tonight for being the man making everybody big. So, but hopefully next week we'll go back to normal service. I'm going to end it earlier tonight because I am quite tired because I didn't sleep much last night because I was in quite a lot of pain. So I'm going to call it a night tonight, folks. Once again, thank you very much to my wonderful guests as ever. That's Mike's Vinyl Spiral, Steve's Vinyl Cupboard. Lovely to have you up here again. It's always a pleasure having you up here, Steve. My old stalwart from Corby, Nick.
Yes.
I'll give you an email. Yeah.
And good night from Bernard.
Night from Bernard. Yeah. Thank you, Martin. Yeah. Thanks, Pulsar. And as ever, Simon.
Pleasure.
Thank you for keeping this up and not making it boring.
Hey.
We certainly ain't boring here.
Yeah, it was all peace, love, and understanding tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much for understanding, and I will see you all soon. So, bye for now, folks.
And it's good night from me, and it's good night from the rest of you.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.